Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This will be a review on the 1/6 scale Hot Toys Kylo Ren figure from The Force Awakens. And I've always liked the look of this figure. I've always liked the character, particularly from The Force Awakens. And I just love the look of Kylo Ren from this movie. This figure is available, just like Boba Fett, available to buy on the Figure Pit website. That's www.thefigurepit.com. And you can check out all our videos on the Figure Pit YouTube channel, and check us out on Instagram as well. But I took him back here to Night Vision HQ to do a review because I've always wanted to see him in person. I've always thought that the Hot Toys figure was a little bit, not chunky, but because of all the layers of clothing, it's hard to get him to look as thin, as slender as he does in the film. But I've really been futzing with the different layers of clothing and trying to get him to look as slim as possible. So if I just turn him to the side here, we'll see. Yeah, tried to get him kind of slimmed down. It's not too bad. It flares out a little bit at the bottom here. And I haven't bothered to take the interchangeable arm that you put the batteries in order to get the lightsaber to light up, which really isn't worth it because it's just a little bit of a pink glow at the bottom. It doesn't illuminate the whole thing in my experience. If this was mine, what I would do is do what I did with the Rogue One Vader lightsaber and get that really bright fluorescent red spray that I have and just give it a light spray just on the red sections to bring it out a bit more. But yeah, he's looking good, man. I really like the look at the figure. I think he looks really menacing and intimidating, and I like it very much. Now from this angle here, he looks nice and slim, because Adam Driver is quite a tall chap from the looks of things, and not much fat on the dude either, so Kylo Ren should look tall and slender. And that's pretty much how he's looking right now. Another little subtle thing that I'm trying to capture here with this simple pose, which is not as simple as it looks, is trying to get that slight top kind of hunch over. It's not a hunch. It's not like he's slouching forward, but when he steps off of his ship at the beginning of The Force Awakens, before he kills all the villagers, and we get introduced to Finn in his Stormtrooper outfit, when he steps off his ship, he has that kind of like he's looking for someone kind of posture, which he is. You know, he's after Luke Skywalker. And I've tried to give him, keeping that slim, straight up, tall look, but just brought his shoulders and his head forward ever so slightly and have him looking up, because a lot of dark characters like this would look cool, especially with a hood kind of looking down like this. But Kylo Ren didn't really do that. He was very, very much in control and just no fear and always head up tall, looking for his target. Just that's how I see Kylo Ren, you know, looking up. Not exactly looking up, but he wasn't exactly, you know, Batman kind of broody looking down from Gotham rooftops kind of thing. It's very much more a kind of focus, looking for his target kind of a vibe with Kylo. He's just a cool looking piece. Now I'll just put the hood down so we can take a look at his helmet. And are Hot Toys making a quarter scale Kylo Ren? I have a feeling they might be. I know they've done a quarter scale Vader, but I love the effects on this. See all that? A lot going on. A lot of just weathering and the elements. I mean, he is going from planet to planet. So I'll just turn him here. Very cool. Might get some pictures of that. Stick them on the gram. I love the detail. And I love the different materials, different textures. It's really rough around this top layer, the hood and the part that comes over the shoulder, but then the beautiful layering of soft material here all down the arm covers up any wrist peg, so you'll never see that. That's the thing about these kind of characters by Hot Toys that have no human parts showing. As long as what we're seeing is done well, this will always, in photography, as long as you do your pictures right, there's no reason why you can't make it look like you're actually taking pictures of the real Kylo Ren. You know, as long as you just futz with the outfit a little bit, get the posture right, get the lighting looking good, there's no reason why you can't take pictures of this thing that look like the real deal. Characters like this that have no human features you know, like the Terminator endoskeletons, Predators, Aliens, Kylo Ren, Vader, Stormtroopers, Boba Fett. There's many characters that you can't see any kind of human face or fingers, and as long as, like I say, as long as the outfit and the proportions are looking good, you might as well be taking pictures of the real Kylo. And you can always add your effects. There's enough apps on phones now to make lightsabers look like they're really lit up, so you can even do that now. You've got yourself a great double bend in the elbow, so great articulation in the elbow section. Nothing to hinder articulation at the shoulder, so you can raise all the way up, and that's just doing that quickly with one hand. You could futz with that more and get that looking way more convincing, like he's about to bring the final strike. But yeah, articulation in the arms is excellent. Now take a look at the different layers of material here. Now this is the only section that tends to bug me a little bit, but with a little bit of futzing and patience, you can still get it to kind of look quite slim down, and I'm sure there's various techniques I could apply, little tricks here and there, which I am sure if this figure was to remain with me, then I would show you that later on down the line. So you've got your first layer, very rough, really nice texture on this. And underneath we've got a much thinner layer of just simple thin black material. Lift that up to reveal what we saw coming down his arms. So that is there also. And then if we remove that, there's a lot of material here. And then we've just got his whatever we're going to call these, trousers, Kylo Ren pants, I'm not sure, but the boots are cool. So there's no separation from the ankle carrying up the rest of the boot, so you don't really get any pivot. So there is that, but that's all the layers. But now it looks like he has a big rump, so I'm trying to get, mainly it's where the thighs are. Maybe if I push his legs together, I want to get this section as flat and as thin, as slim looking as possible. See, when I pull down on the material here, that's what I want. I want that kind of slimness, but when I let go, it all expands outward and it doesn't look very natural at all. Hey, Mr. Kylo, look at that. So anyway, you've seen the layers, you know what's going on. Now, as I mentioned before, I won't be taking that arm out. That is the arm you need to interchange in order to get the lightsaber to light up. And I really don't think the effect is worth the effort, so I won't be getting that out. Accessory wise, he really doesn't come with too much. You get some hands. This one in particular is quite handy when you want him to use the Force, so I'll bust that out for you now. We get some Force poses. Alright, so just trying some of these poses with the Force hand. And one of the coolest moments near the beginning of the movie was when he stopped the blaster plasma, or whatever that was, you know, and he stops it in the air and holds it there. It's just shaking, and that was such a cool moment. When that moment happened and Poe's passing by it and he's kind of looking back at the frozen plasma and he's kind of in disbelief. Is he really like holding that there with his mind? And he's talking to him and doing other things, and then when he's ready he releases it and it goes. That's such a cool scene, man. Really, really enjoyed Kylo Ren in that first film. So I'm going to definitely take a couple of pictures of this and stick them on Instagram, but got him stepping forward. Very confident and aggressive when he was using the Force, knew exactly what he was doing, and tried to capture that here with this pose. I think that looks really cool. And just tweaked it a little bit, give you some side view. Really good articulation with Kylo Ren here. Outfit doesn't seem to be hindering anything, so only limited by your own imagination with this guy. There's a lot you can do with him, and he's going to look great doing most of it. And that's about as much as I can raise his arm up. But maybe you can do it a little bit more, just to show you how that looks. Victorious Ren. Now, I want to mention this before I forget. There's a load of things about Kylo Ren I wanted to try and squeeze into this review, just thoughts-wise, but hopefully they'll all come to me. But one of the things about this character's look that I always kind of liked It kind of reminds me of a raven or a crow, some kind of bird of prey like a hawk. I don't know. It's like his outfit kind of makes him, I don't know. Forget about it. I'm probably just talking waffle. But he does kind of make me think of a crow or a raven, something like that, just perched, just waiting to strike. Like a faceless demon. And the Knights of Ren. That's a pretty cool pose. Holding up his lightsaber like a knight. And using a little bit of force as well. Just using a little bit of force. So looking pretty slender. That's a pretty badass display pose right there. Wouldn't have to worry about anything on this guy. He falls into that nice category of figures where there isn't any parts of the outfit I'd worry about damaging with movement and leaving him with his arms bent. I mean, it's all material, so that's going to be fine. And then we can just put the arm down like that. Keep this hand where it is. Maybe put a little bit of a head tilt in there, a bit of Myers tilt. Not too bad either. He's such a cool looking piece, man. He's a great presence. Now this is very simple, but I think this looks really cool and creepy as well. He looks like he's standing looking at a ship that's escaping. Someone he was after has managed to get away, but he knows that he will get another chance soon. Standing there watching someone escape. That looks really cool, man. For someone that doesn't have any eyes showing or a mouth, there's a lot of expression coming through to me. I mean, I can kind of feel his frustration and his confidence in this moment right here. That looks really nice. Alright, now unfortunately I'm not really able to pull this one off the way I want to. I wanted to have him looking the way he looks when he goes to report back to Snoke. I think he takes his helmet off for those scenes, but obviously you can't do that with this one because he doesn't come with the Adam Driver likeness. But he just won't really do it. He won't lean forward enough to get that to look natural. It was going well with this this hand kind of resting on the leg, this one down by his side, head looking down, just kind of, you know, yes, master. But he just won't do it, so it's a shame. Got some height comparisons for you, and here he is next to the Batman Returns Hot Toys Michael Keaton 1/6 scale figure. That looks about right to me. Adam Driver's quite a tall dude. So, here we are. Next to Deadpool by Hot Toys, the Part 1 Deadpool. And next to the Hot Toys Predator 2 Elder Predator. They basically seem exactly the same height here. There might be a fraction in it, but more or less the same height. And finally, next to the Hot Toys Dawn of Justice Ben Affleck Batman figure. Very similar in height. Batman's ears, obviously giving him a tiny bit of advantage, but not much. So, Kylo Ren, very tall figure, just as he should be. So I'm happy with the height. His lightsaber is very cool, and I love the sound that this makes in the movie when he switches this on. You can see that he's modified it himself. Alright folks, well that's the review. I give this guy an 8 out of 10. The only reason he doesn't get a higher score is because I would have liked to have seen an Adam Driver head sculpt. They gave us those later on with different versions, but this one just comes with the helmeted head. Great looking piece, so 8 out of 10. Could even be an 8.5 heading towards the 9, but I don't really feel comfortable giving them a 9 out of 10. Definitely more like an 8.5 kind of vibe with this one. Love it though, absolutely love it. And I hope you've enjoyed this review, folks. Don't forget, he is for sale along with Boba Fett on the Figure Pit website. That's www.thefigurepit.com. And make sure you check out the YouTube channel, The Figure Pit, and Instagram account as well. And yeah, stick with me over here on Night Vision because there's going to be plenty more cool reviews coming up in the near future. Hope you've enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe. And check me out on Instagram at DeanKnight333. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.